Good morning to you, Deitrick.
Good morning, my good friend Fred. It's good to be on the highway with you this morning.
I appreciate you checking in with us. Doing pretty good. Yes, you got another song here that I just believe is going to hit the hearts and minds of people who need to be restored.
Man, I am so excited about this moment that you're playing this song for all my Philly supporters. I know the song is going to bless people. There was one of the Winans' old songs, Restored Me. And it's a lyric he said, what would I know about being restored if I never lost my place?
Right.
What would I know about his mercy if I hadn't gotten out of place? And this song is for people that understand God's restoration, that needed his restoration in their lives before. So I'm excited about it.
Yes. And I need to share with you also publicly, we had a wonderful time when you came through Philadelphia for the Mother's Day concert.
Yes.
And the choir that got put together that represented so very well, it just brought a lot of life and excitement to our city. Man,
that was so much fun, and I call it Philly's finest. The choir is so bad, and I got to give a shout out to Zach. He still got the choir going. The choir is still going, and hopefully we'll be able to record that choir. That's what we're looking forward to. But Philly, y'all represented in a very real way. The concert was spectacular. I enjoyed myself. Y'all showed me a lot of love. I was like, oh, Philly, y'all like me. Yes.
We've been sharing your music here on Gospel Highway 11. We've been around for 40 years, and we played just about everything you've done, going back to the days of Voices of Unity.
Man, and that's the truth. I gotta really appreciate you and Gospel Highway for just really supporting me since day one. And it's been a minute now. I ain't gonna tell y'all my age. A lot of folks think I'm still a young whippersnapper running around here, but I've been around for a minute. But since day one, man, just showing up there at the radio station, you've been consistent. It's been a joy. You've been the same guy since I met you the first time. So that's a blessing. Philly, you guys have a gem with you. Right there in Philly. I appreciate you, man.
Well, I appreciate you. This song, Restore Me, again, it's a heartfelt song. I can tell that. The first time I heard it, I heard the song, and I said, I got to share this with our Gospel Highway 11 Travels because it's a message that someone needs to hear and absorb and get it in their spirit.
I'm in a different place in my life, man. My life is much different than it was just a few years ago, man. I have 2 daughters. One is a 1-year-old. I have a 3-year-old, Destin, and 1-year-old, Denver. And I have a little son on the way. He'll be here September 1st. And my life is I see things much different. I don't make music to try to, fit a format or now I'm making music that just comes from my soul, man. I'm looking around and I'm taking things in now. Where I used to I was such a jet setter and going and trying to, be this gospel superstar. I'm not in that place right now, man. I'm just a flat-out real dude trying to take care of my family, and I'm singing to them, man. I'm singing for them. I'm singing from my soul, I'm singing at this place. I want to make music that matters. I want to make music that people will be able to sing from me 20, 30 years from now when I'm dead and gone, 40 years from now, I want people to say, remember that song, Restore Me Again. Deitrick came from the heart. He came from his soul, And that's where I am in life. That's just where I am.
That's maturity. That is certain maturity. It's like a young musician who jumps out there when they first start playing. They want to run all up and down the keyboard everywhere else. But after they get some time in, they go, I'm not trying to impress no one. I'm just trying to hang in the pocket and accompany and do what I need to do to make a difference.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And, I think that's what makes the difference. What comes from the heart will always reach hearts.
Yes.
And I think and I'm on a mission right now also because God allowed me to go through some things, and He allowed me to go through a restoration process. And I've been saved most of my life. I've accepted the Lord at 10 years old. I was preaching my first sermon when I was 11. I was a minister of music in my church when I was 13 for years. I'm a PK. I've been in church. I know. I learned about God, and I began to know Him for myself. And even after that, I made mistakes. I made mistakes that people talked about. Even after being on the Lord's side, I've never been out there on drugs. I've never been out there on, I've never been an alcoholic. I don't know the street life.
Right.
I've been in church, in God all my life. But even in God, y'all listen to me, I made mistakes.
You're not alone.
we have to let people know that you don't have to be perfect to serve God or to be a part of the kingdom. And so we put out that misconception out there. So a lot of people think, hey, I don't want to go to church until I'm ready, until I really got my life together. No, you stay with God even when things are not together.
True.
Because he's the kind of God that will walk with you through your situation. He will restore you as you go, and he'll restore you again and again and again, because you're going to still need it. As long as you're living, you're going to need him to restore you again and again. You're going to need new mercies every single day.
That's so true.
So I'm talking to somebody out there that feels like, hey, man, I can't walk in that church. I'm not ready. No. God will reach you right where you are. He will restore you right where you are, wherever you are. And so he did it for me, and I've been in church all my life. I know he'll do it for you.
I often say that people don't understand. We go through things to help someone else. And all the time it's not comfortable. The Lord knows what he's doing.
He knows, man. He knows what he's doing. And he allowed me to go through some things so that I can have more compassion. You know, I can remember preaching at a young age, you know, just condemning everybody to hell. I put everybody in hell. Everybody that's doing wrong, you're going to... I mean, I sent everybody down. I had no mercy for nobody. But it wasn't until I went through my own stuff.
Right.
Is when I said, wait a minute, man. There's some things in life. Life will hand you some things. So we have to have more compassion and love for people. When we preach, it has to be through love. When we sing, it has to be through love. When we record this music, gospel artists out there, it has to be through love. Period.
So
because
true.
That's the only thing that's going to keep us all together, man. It's love. That's it. Period. You know? So I hate to break up like this, but that's it, man. Love.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, I appreciate you sharing with us this morning and coming on live and talking with us here on Gospel Highway 11. I want to tell our Gospel Highway 11 family to be in prayer for you also and your family in the hour of bereavement.
Yeah, man. Those of you who've been watching Preachers of L.A., you had a chance to meet my mother-in-law, Faye McTire. And she was somebody special on the show. She got fans all over the country and even in Africa from watching the show. And she wasn't on the show a lot. Just people connected to her realness, and just the way she was on camera is the same way she was in our lives. She became a very, very, very important person to me. And when I was going through, she was right there with me, just encouraging me, lifting me up. Had always kept me laughing. I kept her laughing. She was somebody really special, you know, and it was a shock to all of us the other day. You know, I was flying home from a concert in D.C. and looking forward to going to eat breakfast with her, you know. And I told her the night before I was on FaceTime with my family, and my wife and my kids were with her, and we just cracked up. She was talking about my new hairstyle, you know, and we just, because I sweated my hairstyle a lot, and we just cracked up, you know, when I got home in the hotel, and I said, okay, I'm coming to eat some of those pancakes when I land. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But, you know, the Lord knows better than we do, and he makes executive decisions, and she's gone on to be with the Lord. So your prayers and your well wishes and everything is a blessing to us. You know, I'm strong. I broke up. I'm crying here on the phone, but you know, I'm being strong for my wife. You know, her and her mother were really, really close, and my kids. You know, she was a big important part. You know, there was an episode on the show where we didn't. You know, I was trying to convince my wife to get a nanny here at the house. You know. And she didn't want one, and my mother-in-law was very active in my kids' lives. She would be the one that would spend the time with my kids and help take care of my kids when I had to travel, when my wife and I would do date nights and whatever. So, you know, all is well. You know, God is good. You know, at the end of the day, we all got to go at some point. You know, and that's the truth.
Yes.
You know, at the end of the day, we all have to go. You know, there's some people that when they leave, it changes everything. You know,
so true.
They were so impactful that you know, it just changes the landscape of things, and so that's where we are.
Well, we're soliciting your prayers from our Gospel Highway 11 family in behalf of your family, and that the Lord will strengthen you while you go through. And once again, we say congratulations on this song here, "Restore Me Again," because it's just so fitting, just so fitting. I appreciate it, Deitrick.
No, man, you're the man. I get up. It's 6 a.m. here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So, I get up for you, man, because you good people. The highway, y'all been taking care of me, and I know your listeners are going to really enjoy the song. Y'all enjoy it, and I can't wait to come back to Philly to sing it live for you, because I'm going to sing it for you.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks so much. Get some rest now, okay?
Okay.
We'll see you now. Bye-bye.
Your glory, but I refuse to let that be the end of my story. And you said if we confess